really believes that he's really campaigning against vaccines. It's caused a huge problem out there. The other thing is replication, right? So to repeat an experiment, you take a new sample of people, right? And you try to take, or you might say, okay, they found this, but they found this white people. Let's look at a more diverse population, see if we can replicate the study. Okay, that was a Midwest population, let's do it down here in the South. Or let's do it out here in the Northeast, right? So you make maybe one change the procedures and say, okay, do we find the same thing? Can you then take that information and say, oh, look, it works down here in the South too, same findings, right? So then when you make policy decisions, does it make sense for all regions or just the Midwest or just the South or just the West, whatever? So replication's a big issue. So that's a big piece of ethics in publication. Most research raises more questions than it answers. There's this cyclical nature of science, which is represented here in this graphic, where you really you develop a question, then you develop a hypothesis, then you design the study, collect data, analyze your data, publish the findings, and then that usually makes you come up with another question, right? People spend their whole lives going in this circle, the little rat, it's like the little hamster wheel, right? Nonstop. Okay, really it's this process of critical thinking. So when we define critical thinking, we're looking at the process of weighing various pieces of evidence, synthesizing them, and evaluating to determine the contributions of each. It's also disciplined thinking that is clear, rational, open-minded, and informed by evidence. So these are some examples about how to be a critical thinker when you're looking at research questions. It is very easy to respond to clickbait, to easily share science articles on social media, especially right now with all the things we're seeing out there about COVID and all the misinformation. It's contributing to a lot of the issues we're seeing of people that won't wear masks or they believe certain conspiracy theories. They're not being critical thinkers, right? So this is a good step-by-step way of looking at the process of critical thinking and really using this in your everyday life, because it's hard to look at the garbage that's out there and sort through what's real and what isn't. So this is a nice graphic to go through when you're looking at those issues. Okay, so when we're thinking about research, there's basic pieces that we have to look at. So if we look back to the case of Sam and Nene, which were the identical twins at the beginning of the chapter, possible identical twins, you have to collect and analyze data, right? And you're studying different variables. So usually these are measurable characteristics that can vary over time across people. So if you're looking at twins, some things you might be looking at as one variable might be, I don't know, their personality characteristics, things like, are they extroverted, are they agreeable, are they conscientious, are they open to new experiences, are they neurotic, like these different personality variations. You might look at things like employment, what do they do for a living, food preference, body weight, body height, hair color, what have you, risk for I don't know, cancer, are you going to socioeconomic status, things like that. When we're talking about the basics of research, the first thing you have to do is identify your population, which is the group of people you're interested in, okay? So if I was to study middle school children, okay, my population is all middle schoolers. Say it's middle schoolers in the United States, okay? So I'm looking at 11 to, 14-year-olds in the US, okay? 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. That's my population. My sample is a subset of that population that is chosen for inclusion in an experiment. Obviously, I'm in Michigan. Am I going to get data from all middle schoolers in the entire US? Negative. It's not happening. So most researchers have to start locally. Okay, so say I